Yo, what's up, Explorers Realm? It's me, Profound.
It's me, KTE.
We're coming at you, not live. This is pre-recorded, but we're coming at you. And do not expect anything less than horseshit. So what we're gonna do? We figured, we kind of just came out of nowhere. We didn't really drop anything. Maybe dropped a couple things, but it's all like on an album. So I figured we might as well explain maybe a couple songs, and if not all of them, but
maybe the thought process through them.
Yeah,
like what we were going for, just because you didn't grasp.
Because to us, listening to the album, it brings a smile to our faces as we get what we're saying. But we kind of understood that reaching out to other people is kind of hard when they weren't here for the process. So I figured we'd go through it a little bit. So in the comments, comment on how you felt about the album, because we need to know if you guys want to hear more stuff. If not, we might as well just scrap it. Failed rappers, put that in our resume. But if we succeed, it'd be nice to know so we can keep making more stuff.
Yeah. Any feedback's always more
negative or positive, honestly, because that means if it's negative,
just don't be dickheads about it.
Yeah.
Create constructive criticism.
You don't have to be like, oh, you guys fucking suck. Well, we really can't fix that. We don't know what the problem is. You see, being a douche and being helpful, they're different things.
Sometimes there's a little mix of both, but there's a huge difference, and we know because we're really good at it. So yeah.
All right, so we're not going to try to spend too much time on these, but let's go ahead and just jump in. Obviously, the first song on the album is the intro, but that kind of came in a later period. We didn't really record that one first.
Yes.
The first song we ever recorded was actually Sunday Brunch, which is the second song on the album.
Yes.
Let me take you back maybe, I want to say maybe a year and a half? Maybe 2 years?
Not even that long.
Maybe a couple months ago? 6 months?
Yeah, 8 months maybe?
Sometime 2016.
Yeah, 2016.
And a lot of shit happened in 2016.
Spring 2016.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
So we were, actually a year before that too, me, him, our good friend Josh Massey, Jams, and Art Jones, we kind of all came together one day. And it was kind of like a weird conversation. We were all listening to, I think it was Eminem. I want to say Eminem.
Probably.
And we were kind of taking turns on his verses, because that's just something we used to do. We used to just memorize certain verses we would go. And we were kind of going on it. And Josh and Art kind of looked at each other and they're like, wow, we're pretty good. It's not our song, but we can track it and we're pretty good at this. And me and Cade at the time were kind of like, yeah, this is cool. We weren't really all about it.
Yeah.
So those two kind of went off and they started talking about making beats and writing to it, performing to it. And again, me more than Cade, actually. Thank you.
Yeah,
you know what? Just leave it. It's
that's
okay.
just gonna have to be there.
But Cade more than me, he was more kind of like, hey, I'm in for the rap part of it. Don't mind the glare if it keeps happening.
Okay.
We're in his bedroom and we're using a metal tin lid to block out the glare, so you're just gonna bear with us.
You're just gonna have to deal with that.
This is the exact quality of our album. It's it's pretty good, but why is that happening? But anyway,
oh my God.
Yeah. So he was always kind of the best best rapper of the four of us, just flow wise, technique wise, at the time. So he was very amped on it when they asked him if he wanted to be a part of it. He's like, oh, that'd be awesome. I was kind of like, no. I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't want to waste my time doing something I didn't think I was going to be good at. So fast forward 6 months after that.
Originally, he hopped on, there's a song on our page called No Time. That was originally his first verse on it. It actually sounded pretty good. So, me and him were always the one with the kind of iffy work ethic. They always were like, let's grind stuff out, blah, 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 blah. So, it's honestly kind of funny that we ended up coming together and dropping the first album off of
and not to say that they're not doing stuff like Jams and Art. They have stuff ready to go. They're just waiting for it to come together. That's not us
no
throwing shade or whatever. They're working just as hard. It's just we decided to get together and kind of work on our own agendas rather than working as a whole unit, because we figured we'd just be quicker. So now they have something on the way. We're not going to get too much about that because we don't want to hype something up that's not that close to being done yet. So we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But anyways, like you said, the No Time song, I wrote to it and I did it I wasn't initially happy with it. I thought it sucked. And then he heard it, and he was like, I'm not gonna say blown away, but he was very surprised.
Yeah.
As was I, like, but in a bad way. I was like, oh man, that sounded bad, but he was actually like, dude, that was not bad. And that's like, hearing that from him, like I said, like, he was kind of like the best creatively out of all of us. So hearing that from him kind of made me like, wow, he must just like, I'm not seeing, so maybe I keep trying it as I can get better at it. So a lot of time passed between that song and Sunday Brunch, like a lot of time.
Yes.
There was just a whole bunch of stuff going on, like personal stuff with all of us that just went on. So we just did not physically have the time to keep going. So one day, I was with him and we were kind of just sitting there. We're like, bro, whatever happened to the whole music thing? And we just both said it didn't fit all of our time schedules. Like artwork, Josh had stuff going on, I had stuff going on, he had stuff going on. It just didn't fit the schedule. And then me and Kate finally had a time frame where nothing was happening. It was kind of like, we're free, let's do something.
So like this Sunday Brunch was probably actually 2 months in the making. Like we had the idea, we kind of like, we talked about it, like, bro, we could do this, blah, blah, blah. And then we actually put it together, and the whole, like, it ended up working out. Like, actually, like, a lot of the lyrics were written in AP chemistry class, to be honest. But,
yeah, man, like...
And honestly, that song, like, that was before we got the mic and everything. That song was recorded on a Beats headphone.
We actually, too, we wrote and produced that song in our AP chemistry class. And
yes, we did.
And no joke, we actually took, and not so we didn't do our work, like, we did our work, look at the song. But, like, we took some time. We had the, don't nod, no. We did some of our work, but you know, we found the ability, like, we have GarageBand, which is, you know, all of our songs are on GarageBand, so like we did as much as we could with GarageBand. We are working on getting more software.
You, the fans, can help us improve.
Like we'll get to where we want to be eventually, but for GarageBand, we're pretty happy. But besides that. So yeah, we made it on GarageBand. We were like, we know how to write. We can write some stuff. No, it was not a serious song. We wrote it kind of just...
No, the whole point of this was... We'll go through it in a minute.
The whole point of the song was there was no point. That's the premise of the song. So we kind of just wrote whatever we wanted to. And like I said, we'll get into that. So we finally found the time to say, let's do this. Like, we have the words, we have the beat, we don't have the equipment, but we found the equipment.
We made it work.
We made it work. And so we recorded, and it took us, I want to say 2 weeks to properly get all the verses laid down, edit it, revise it,
because
do stuff again.
First time we dropped something, like, honestly, we were all worried about it.
We didn't want it to sound... We didn't really care if it sounded bad.
Make a bad first impression.
Yeah, we didn't, like, if it sounded bad, like, we can't help that because some people may not like it, but, like, we didn't want something to go out there and everybody was going to hate, because that's a waste of our time doing that, so we just didn't want to waste our time doing that. But anyway, so, I'll go on to the song now, just for time's sake. It's called Sunday Brunch. It's pretty much me and him, or two guys, however you want to take it.
Whatever.
Two guys are at a coffee shop, like Starbucks, and they're going over their week, you know, like at the beginning of the song, you know.
They're at brunch. Like, honestly, they're at Sunday, like, you know what people usually do, like, they go out on Sundays for breakfast or whatever, you know, they talk about their weeks. They were like, yeah, so this happened this week at, like, John Deere or something, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, usually it's kind of older people, but, you know, it's hip. Brunch is good.
Yeah, like, it's food. Like, who's not going to go at a chance to get some food?
Especially,
like, midday. Exactly.
Anyway.
So, so the song is just going over our week, kind of just catching up, and typically, whenever people go over their weeks, they don't go into full detail about the bad things. They'll say, oh, it was a bad week, and they'll say why, they'll say because, and that's it. So we were like, well, let's make a spin on that, because people are always excited to say the good things. That's just it. Not a lot of people rant nowadays. When they do, it's private. So me and Kay decided, well, a fun concept would be, instead of saying, oh, my week is great, let's rant about our week. Everything that happened is very made up except for Saturday, and we'll get into Saturday.
Saturday is true.
We will get into Saturday when we get to Saturday, but the Monday part, it was very simple. You know, we decided, let's just go bar for bar. Let's not worry about structure. Let's just go with the beat and see where we go. So Kate ordered his first verse. You can listen to the song, listen to it. We're not going to go through it.
Yeah, we're not breaking down lyric right now.
But Cade's Monday verse was just very simply, it's the beginning of the week. People hate Mondays. This is why people hate Mondays. Everything that could have happened on a Monday happened in his Monday. So then I come on and I go for my Tuesday verse, and I just talk about... Thank you.
It was bothering me.
So I go into my Tuesday verse. You can leave the glare, honestly, at this point. They've watched 10 minutes of it. They're not gonna care. But my Tuesday verse is very similar, except, you know, no one ever complains about Tuesdays, but I was like, I can find things that I hate about Tuesdays.
Well, yeah, plus, like, you know, one of the things people complain about a bunch when they go out to eat or whatever is, like, they messed up my food, blah, 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 blah. So, like, he got kind of...
And I am very... For people who do know me, I am not a very picky eater. If I go somewhere to order food and they mess it up, I'll accept it and I'll eat it and I'll say thank you for, like, trying. So... You know, personally, like with me and him, it was just funny me writing like me complaining about anything wrong with food because I don't complain about food. It's just not me. So that was kind of the premise of that one, just kind of making fun of myself. I mentioned O.J. Simpson because I mentioned him. There's a lot of references that we're not necessarily 100% stand behind. Like
that's the whole album, though.
The album, we are not terrible people. That's something I'd like to get across before we finish this. We find the humor in things that most people don't, and not like we're laughing at people. We're finding situations that are very sensitive, and we're putting our own spin on them. So some people can't laugh. If you don't laugh, we're sorry for offending you.
Because some of the situations that are like offensive are just dumb.
They're just dumb.
Stupid.
There's no reason to be offended by some things. Like, some stuff happens on the complete opposite side of the world, and some people take, like, offense for it. Like, if I say, like, oh, the Great Wall of China is meant to keep out the Mongols, they'll be like, are you racist against Mongols? No. It's just, it was built to keep out the Mongols. It's historical. Like, when people get offended by stuff like that, it's like, why are you even getting concerned with that? It's not...
Yeah, no.
It's just that kind of stuff. So, so going through the motions... The entire song is just built on the premise of we're gonna say whatever we want to say. If you don't like it, don't listen to it.
It pretty much sets the tone for in memory when we hear it. Like
we purposely set it up like that too. Putting the song second, we were going to put it first, but we didn't want to open the album with a soft kind of like parody type song.
Because,
the structure would have just not fit. It wasn't what we wanted to do, so we decided it wasn't going to work.
The song, like, content-wise, is about, like, around where the rest of the album will be. Like, it does tell a story, but it tells a story in, like, a fun way. But it's not the most flow-savvy
I can tell you right now, we were not focused on anything technical about this song. We came into this room with the mindset of, we're going to start our verse here, we're going to end it here, you have that much... space to fill it with words.
Yeah.
We didn't have any structure. There wasn't a set flow. There wasn't we didn't time the bars. We just went in and we filled it with words.
Yes.
Which is essentially kind of the theme of what we're trying to do. We don't. We like structure. Like, structure's good. Like, it's good to have structure, but we're trying to
break the box.
We're trying to exactly. We're trying to get out of the mold that people are
like. It's not just get it outside the box and then you just come back inside for it's like kids playing outside. Come in for dinner. No, we're trying to break the box. We're trying to live outside. Fuck the box. But no, in Wednesday's verses, you'll listen to the song. If you listen to the song, Wednesday the same way. Thursday is actually a mixture of the female voice on that. Obviously he said the intro. The female voice on that is actually a snippet from the song "Do You Want to Build a Snowman" from Frozen.
If you don't know that, you are uncultured swine.
Yes, that's Elsa. And then the beat that's over is a sample or part of the instrumental from "Jumpman" by Drake and Future.
I would like to just say, we had no intention of putting that on there. We were doing something in school. We were about to film the school news for our school. We did that our junior year.
Yeah.
And he came in laughing one day, and I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "You need to see what I made." And I was like, "What'd you make?" And he's like, "You need to see it." So he actually put the entire, not just the snippet. No, he put the entire song, "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?"
on Jumpman.
On Jumpman beat, and I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because I was listening to Jumpman, came on my Spotify, and I was just thinking the song is so dumb."
Yes.
And And I looked at him like, okay. And he's like, so I was like, let's take something else that's dumb
and put it
and put it together and have something to laugh at, make something less dumb. And I'm like, okay, so he played it for me and I listened to it and I thought, wow, that is hilarious. And then the part that we cut, I made the point saying it sounds like Elsa's being sexually assaulted by her father. But...
or by some man.
Some man, you know, whatever, depending on what context you're taking it. So I was like, bro, that needs to be used.
But being on the trap, like that kind of like trap-ish beat, like that's some stupid shit like these trap rappers are talking about. And that's the way they put it, like, you know what, let's make fun of it. Let's put it, that's Thursday, that's what happened on Thursday. Friday, it was him, it was his verse. Same thing.
Let me quickly go through Friday. We did not record this song all in one day, like I said. It took 2 weeks to kind of record it. We would do, like, every day we'd do one different verse. Mm-hmm. So, one day I was spending the night, and we just finished Thursday and Wednesday. We did 2 in that day. And it was about 2 o'clock?
Probably.
2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
And Kay looked at me, he's like, we're almost done. He's like, why don't we just get Friday done, and then tomorrow we can do Saturday in the morning. And I'm like, well, I don't really want to do it right now, because I don't have the motivation to write or do anything. He's like, let's just try it. So I was like, okay, so I understand it's hard to hear the Friday verse, the little muffled.
A little bit.
Again, we used the Beats mic. I would have loved to go back and record it, but our first song we lost the lyrics to.
Actually, yeah.
So the only reminiscence of the song we have is the original GarageBand file and the MP3.
And the original GarageBand file isn't even complete. So the MP3 is the only fully complete version of Sunday Brunch
that we have. And it's such a shame because I feel like an irresponsible parent letting that song get so like shrouded in our data. Like,
but I mean, we weren't planning on the album then.
We were just dropping a song thinking let's just have some fun. And then we actually got some feedback saying, hey, this is good. So we were like, okay, let's go on.
Yeah. Then the last thing we have to talk about, because it's almost like 20 minutes, like, Jesus Christ, we're just talking. Okay, so the last day was Saturday. And this is actually the thing that not all of it's true. Some of it was stretched.
We made a lot of it up,
but they were based on a true event.
His little brother was invited to a birthday party with one of his friends.
It was actually, no, it wasn't a birthday. It was like an adult party.
It wasn't. No, you know what it was? I think it was like 4th of July.
4th of July. It was 4th of July.
It was 4th of July. And we went over there because we had a choice to stay here and over there. We wanted to stay here, but then we decided, no, it's okay. Let's go over there.
So we went over there and dropped them off and just whatever.
So we got there, and the guy who was hosting the party ran out of drinks or mixers. He ran out of mixers, and at the time me and Kay were kind of in the corner, and we were talking to his friend's daughter and then her friend. We were kind of just sitting there. We were kind of like they were talking to us. They were talking to them. They went to our school.
Yeah.
And that's where the whole sticky note and blouse thing came from. That didn't happen. There was no sticky note.
But the girls were real.
It was a conversation that we had, and Cade said, "I dare you to go up to her and give her your number." I said no.
On a sticky note.
Yeah, and I said no because I wasn't whatever. So that's where I got that from. So after that, the guy came to us and said, "You guys dropped them off, so you're not staying." And Cade's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, can you go to Target, which is down the street,
and get a drink?
And can you get us
pina
colada mix?"
Hence, walk up in the Target,
yeah,
get a colada mix, so the party, which we were at the party, can be more fucking lit. And then we had to get pineapple juice too. It's
pineapple juice, pina colada mix, lockjaw.
Yeah.
The beat behind Saturday, we understand it's kind of a stretch.
Yeah.
We didn't layer that at all. It's just a guitar. It's just a guitar riff. 2 different ones actually.
Yeah.
And we decided let's just instead of going with the entire beat for 5 minutes, I think the song.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We decided let's go ahead and just throw some curveball in there. It's not even hip hop.
It was more to make it hype because the rest of it, don't get me wrong, it was fun, but it was yeah, this happened.
It was very,
this dude took my chicken, blah, 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 blah. But no, we're talking about, man, this week sucked, blah, 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 blah. But to get to Saturday, and I'm like, bro, Saturday was lit. So what's more lit than just, giant guitar riff? Just,
heavy metal vocals.
Just, kind of wrapped in a heavy metal vocal. It was just aggressive.
So Saturday was, again, it was based on an actual day that happened to us. And Saturday was actually really funny because after we recorded Saturday, we really didn't know what to do for Sunday because we were like, well, the song is premised we're currently in a Sunday, and we're like, well, we can't say what we did because we're doing it. So I came up with the idea. I'm like, well, This song is. Oh, sorry, the thing just went off and I got really scared. Wow, that was really terrifying.
Okay, yeah, okay.
But anyway, yeah. So we went on. I lost my train of thought because this damn computer shut me off. Okay, wait, no, I got it. So I came up with the idea. I'm like, well, this song has been completely just psychotic the entire time. We talk about killing bitches. We talk about
a lot of shit,
pissing ourselves and fucking 6-year-olds and drinking colada mix so we get lockjaw and killing lesbians. Like, not that I have anything wrong with that. That was just it fit the rhyme scheme. But
Wrap it up.
But I was like, let's just go ahead and end it with us shooting up the coffee shop because it's a nice calm setting. So what's the one thing that would happen that would ruin that entire setting? Well, the things you look
at movies is like Perfect One's Deadpool, where you'd be like, oh yeah, this is where it started, and talks about the movie. Then it comes up to the current, and then it goes off to the current time. So he's like, shut up the coffee shop. I'm like, wait, we did? He's like, exactly. And then just like,
it wasn't really an intentional fourth wall break either. Now I think about it, it was kind of a fourth wall break.
It was a fourth wall break.
We didn't really intend that to happen. It just kind of did. But yeah, like you said, we shot it up. I added the gun thing, and at the end, I'm like, well, let's not make it too dark. So we added the Super Soakers thing, and that's Sunday brunch.
Yeah. So we're pretty good. Like we introed how we got here. Kind of. We did Sunday brunch. That's why it's a longer episode.
These will not be 20 minutes every time. This is just so we can get the gist of our story out there. But next time we'll just talk about. Actually, we should let them pick a song, shouldn't we? That they want to hear us talk about.
In the comments down below,
any song that you have any questions
hit us
about,
with a subscribe, a like. Tell us what songs you want to hear next.
View our video.
Just view it. Just view it. You're viewing it right now. It's awesome.
We're at 22 minutes, and if you're still watching, it's like virtual handshake for you.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see what else we can go over. Follow us on Twitter at RapGameStepsons. Follow us on Instagram at RapGameStepsons.
And share our one-take video.
And go on this page. Share our one-take video. We need 300 shares to get qualified for trying to go for the win. We much appreciated. And trying to think. Well, obviously, subscribe to the page. You're already on YouTube. Why not? Do it.
It's right. It's like right there. Just click it.
And if you really want to, you could follow our personal accounts. It's very easy to find.
Actually, it's right there because I just realized our thing's reversed when it gets on YouTube. It's gonna be a little different, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't understand.
Listen, I don't understand YouTube. I've been alive since it's open, and I still don't understand it. I just go in and watch I was gonna say porn. I don't watch porn on YouTube.
Oh, last one. You can listen, obviously, on this page that has every song on the album, but then you can also stream the full album on SoundCloud.
Did me saying porn remind you about an album? Because I said porn, oh yeah,
I just wanted you to stop. I
thought you were giving a promo code, Pornhub, like that. Hey, put in Rap Game Stepsons on Pornhub and get a $1 off your subscription. No, which is not a thing. Don't do that.
How lit would that be, though?
I don't want to be sponsored by Pornhub.
I don't either, but no, I'm just trying to get you to stop. Okay, so we're good. Anything else I have to say?
Stay classy, San Diego.
San Diego.
No, it's.
I don't care.
We're gonna go over that reference when we're done with this, but
it's Anchorman. I know.
Thanks, man. Hashtag Explorers Realm. Hit that hashtag.
You guys, love you guys. Help us spread.
And for all the people who aren't watching this.
X. Explorers?